welcome to my YouTube channel, Little Ways, Little Things, and I am high up in the Smoky Mountains. I am at a little theme park. It is super fun. Let me give you a view. I'm going up the mountain. I'll have to figure out which mountain, but anyway, I'm going up to the top and I'll show you some of the fun things that we run across when we get up there. Great weekend this past weekend. It was one of my friend's birthdays, so a bunch of her girlfriends decided to go to the Smokey Mountains and visit Dollywood. So I brought my t-shirt back that says Dollywood. We spent 2 whole days at Dollywood and I loved it. We also spent 1 day at another mountain that was in Gatlinburg, and then the last day I went to Cades Cove. It was beautiful. I'm from Texas, so everything is flat as far as you can see, and so to see all these hills and mountains was just really a treat, and I can't even tell you how gorgeous it was. And also, it's of course wonderful to spend time with friends. I had a little bit of trouble packing though, because when I purchased my ticket a couple months ago, I kind of was a little bit unclear on the whole process of packing, because I was thinking that I bought a ticket that would let me bring a carry-on, and I have never traveled with a carry-on before. So I watched a lot of videos and got a lot of information and got myself all prepared and all packed up in a carry-on, and I called to check in and found out they wanted everybody to check all baggage. So in fact, no one was able to bring carry-ons on that particular trip. I'm not sure why. I think it was a very small plane, but whatever it was, packing is always a little bit of a disaster for me. I always take way too much. I think I'll show you, I think there's a little clip of the suitcases that I have, the one that I bought for the trip, which was a carry-on, and the one that I usually use, which I wound up using because at the last minute I sort of threw everything into that one and threw some extra things in because of the fact that now I was gonna check bags. So anyway, that's a long story. The bottom line for this video is I really could have made it in my carry-on, and I was pretty surprised, but I really could have made it. So I'm gonna show you what I brought and used over the course of the trip, which lasted from a Wednesday to a Sunday. And that way, if you're curious about whether you could travel with a carry-on, then you'll kind of get an idea of what worked for me and what didn't. Now, my daughter traveled to Europe earlier this year with a carry-on, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos of these little tiny stick-figured girls saying they traveled for 2 weeks through Europe with a carry-on. And the problem with that is, for every one of my pair of jeans, you could probably fit 5 of theirs. So when you're a plus size girl, you kind of have to pack a little bit more strategically. So anyway, I'm going to show you what it's like to pack in a carry-on, and I was pretty proud that I got everything in there, and then I did really well. So let's start with some of the things that I had to purchase to make this all work. And the first thing was the carry-on, which I showed you a picture of a second ago. Here it is. And I kept this little tag on because it says I fly free, which I thought was going to help me a lot. And turns out that they didn't let us bring the carry-ons anyway. So anyway, that was a whole big deal. Okay, so what other things did I buy? I bought a set of these cubes from, and I will link them down below. I bought them from Amazon. Here's one of them. And I put all my stuff in these cubes. They're halfway packed already. But here's another one. So I put all my stuff in those cubes, and it really helped. It helped to compress everything down, and I thought it worked pretty well. The other thing that I knew I was going to have to contend with was liquids on the plane, and that was where it got really sticky. So I did buy another thing. let me look for it here. I bought this square bag, and I will link it down below, but I wouldn't necessarily tell you to run out and buy it because I was a little less pleased with this product, only because it came with a whole bunch of these tube things that you can, well, the reason I bought it was because it has, I don't know if you can tell, but it has this little area right here that you can twist it to what you put inside. So this is my shampoo, and no matter how full you fill it, it's always gonna be the right size, which I think is 3.1 ounces to go through security. The problem is this was my face wash, and as you can see, the lid didn't stay. It didn't really stay on soap, which is what I had it dialed to. It kind of moved around. So that doesn't do any good. Now, I was able to tell what it was because of the colors. But anyway, this bag came with a whole bunch of those tubes. And I did like the tubes, I have to say. But I didn't like the fact that the names didn't stay. It also came with, and it came with a whole bunch of them, like 5 or 6. But I didn't use all of them. It also came with one of these, which I put face cream in. And it zips up really nicely, and supposedly, you know, it'll go through security okay. I didn't get to test that part out because I threw it into my bag, which had to be checked. But I'm going to tell you what's inside of that in just a second.
I'm holding on to something better than anything I've ever known. We live in seasons like the weather, but one thing's constant all along. I don't think that I could find a better way to spend my time than spending it all on you. Things may come and take me far.
Okay, I've washed all my clothes and repacked my suitcase just to show you that everything will fit in the carry-on. And the only thing I was a little bit worried about is there might not be enough room for souvenirs to bring home, but I did have a little bit of room in my bag that my personal bag, so that's kind of where I'm thinking I would have put things. I didn't bring a lot of things back home. I brought home this t-shirt. I brought home a couple little things for my daughters and my husband, and my most favorite thing I brought home is this Bigfoot keychain. That's my most favorite thing. So nothing took up a lot of space, a magnet for my mom, things like that. Nothing really took up a lot of space, so I think this is totally doable. So now I'm gonna kind of show you what I packed in my stuff. The first thing is that I wore some tennis shoes like this. I wore just regular tennis shoes on the plane. And the thing I like about these tennis shoes is they don't unlace. That's like a decorative thing. They really just slide on, which is really good for getting through security. And I just wore a regular t-shirt instead of this Dollywood shirt. I just had a regular shirt on and some jean shorts. And then I brought a jacket with me. This is a Nike jacket. Yeah, it's just a Nike jacket. Oh, here it is. It's just a Nike jacket. It's like a really thin thing that you can put on and off on the plane. And also, I didn't know if it was going to be chilly there at night, so I brought that with me. And I brought, of course, my carry-on, which I'll show you what's in there in a second. And then I also brought this bag, which is my, what I called, they let you have like a personal item, which can be like a backpack or a purse. And so I brought this. This is my monogram John Hart, which I got from Lucy's in the Heights, my favorite boutique in Houston, which I've linked a ton of times in my videos, but I'll link it down below again. It's monogrammed, and it's like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's not cloth. So it's really good with germs if you need to wipe something off or whatever. So you know how you have to shove it under the seat in front of you on the plane and all that. Anyway, it's first class, so works out well for traveling. All right, so what I carried in my bag is something to read on the plane, which was my latest current edition of Magnolia journal. And I did bring a book in case I finished my magazine. This little bag actually has my blood sugar monitor in it for emergencies because I am diabetic, so I have to carry that with me, and it's got strips and a lancet, things like that. And I brought this little pouch here, which had all of my charging cords and my earbuds and stuff. And then all my money and my credit cards and stuff I keep in this matching John Hart makeup bag, and it's got my name on the outside, heat stamped on the outside, Jen. And I just love it because it matches this bag. It's so cute. So I put all my credit cards and everything, and I like it because I can kind of use it as a clutch. And I put my iPhone in here too. So it's really kind of cool because when you're getting on and off the plane, you just have to reach in and get this out. I put my boarding pass and all that, everything in there. All right, the next thing I have in here is a bag of bark thins, which I almost completely finished, but not quite, but I take that on the plane with me. I have my meds. They're empty now because I used them all while I was on the trip, but I have them in here, and you just have to kind of check on the medicine thing because sometimes some states, the TSA says that you can travel with your medicine in one of these, but some states don't like for you to take it out of its original container. Well, since I'm diabetic, the original containers for these pills that I take are like huge because they fill them like in 90-day supplies. So luckily I didn't have any problem with it, but you should always kind of check on that before you pack. I have a rosary and some prayer cards in case, you know, the plane goes down or anything. Gotta pray. I carry Advil. This is cold and flu, but I carry the sinus one also because I was having a lot of allergies while we were there, and I was having a little cold before we left. So that together made it very uncomfortable for my roommate because I couldn't breathe and I snored the whole time. So I feel so sorry about that. But I did do good with all of the sinus medicine on the plane. All right, so the last thing that I keep in my little personal item bag is this bag that has all of my makeup and toiletry type things that are not liquid. So anything that I wanted to bring that was not liquid, I brought in this bag. And that would include actually some ibuprofen and just a lot of types of makeup things like my eyelash curler, my toothbrush with the cover on it, my regular hairbrush, my deodorant, whatever this is, plackers, all my makeup brushes, and my powder, like the eyeshadows, things like that are nothing liquid, and a comb. So that's it. That's what I brought with me on the plane as far as personal items go. But now I kind of want to show you what I had in my carry-on. Okay, I'm going to go kind of quick and speed through it, but in the front pocket I have a mini travel straightener that I use to straighten my hair. I have a raincoat that comes in its own pouch and folds up real small, and then I have that liquid bag that's in that easily accessible front pocket, so in case I needed to get it out for security. Okay, inside the carry-on, in that front flap, I have brought one pair of pajamas and a pair of flip-flops. So just one pair of pajamas is all I needed. And the next thing is a little grocery bag for dirty clothes. And then this pouch that says Jennifer has some extra jewelry in it, just in case I actually didn't even wind up wearing it, but a few extra pieces. And then 6 pairs of socks. So that's what was in that bag. Then I had an empty Tory Burch kind of clutch that I put my money in for the trip, and that's a Vera Bradley license holder and lanyard. That is the only thing I brought into the Dollywood with me. That was just a black sweater in case it was cold, and those are my Tory Burch sandals, and I can wear them with shorts and with the dress, so they were pretty versatile. This is my undies pouch, and it has one bra, my bathing suit. That's my bathing suit, and yes, it takes up a lot of real estate, but that's my bathing suit, and also I brought 6 pairs of undies. This is my bottoms bag, and I was wearing jean shorts on the plane, but I also brought some black and khaki knit shorts, another pair of jean shorts, and a pair of regular jeans, which I didn't even wind up wearing. When we arrived, we were all given a shirt that matched, so everyone had a matching t-shirt, and we all wore them so we could identify ourselves as a group. So I didn't even wind up wearing a lot of my shirts either, but I did bring 2 shirts for each pair of shorts, and you can see my khaki shorts. I had those 2 shirts that both would match, and then for my blue jean shorts, I had those 2 shirts that would match, but I didn't even wind up wearing because, like I said, we got that other t-shirt. And then I brought 3 tops that would match my jeans, and I didn't wear those either. But I also brought this other t-shirt that says, "Hold on, I've got to overthink about it," and I did wear those that one of the days. This is a dress that I wore that no matter how much you rolled it up, it didn't wrinkle, and I wore it with a sweater and my black sandals. Wow, that was a lot of stuff packed into that little carry-on. I didn't think I could get it all in there, but I did, and I had a couple little spots here and there extra, but I thought I would go into a little more detail about what I packed into the liquids bag. So like I said earlier, I ordered this bag from Amazon, and it came with a lot of these little like little tubes that you could fill up. And as I said earlier, the only thing I didn't like was that the identification ring didn't stay where it was supposed to. It sort of shifted. I don't know if I didn't do it properly or what, but I did think that they were easy to fill, and I filled this with my face wash before I left, and you can just really squeeze and get everything out. So I thought that they were good little tubes to work with. I just didn't like the fact that the identification thing didn't stay where it was supposed to. So I had that in there. That's my face wash. I filled up another one with shampoo, and here's the shampoo, and actually it did stay on that one. So that was my shampoo, and I liked the tubes. They worked really well. So the other thing that I keep in the bag, all the other tubes that came with it, I just kind of kept aside. I might use them later, but it came with 2 of these, and I put my face moisturizer in there. I had a little toothpaste in there, of course. I had a little antibacterial liquid soap thing in there. It's not soap, it's just that liquid stuff. And then I had a pack of tea tree cleansing facial towelettes, regular mousse and hairspray, the Tresemme. And I brought a little bit of Bath and Body Works lotion, my mascara, because that's one of the things I learned while I was doing the research for this, is that you have to put all your liquids and gels and creams, including things like mascara, into this liquids bag. So I didn't know that before, but I do now. So also, this is, of course, you've seen me use this a million times, and that's this Pixie cover up that I use under my eyes. So I had that in there too, because it's a cream beauty primer, and that's also, I mean, it was still under the 3, it's only 1 ounce in here, but every single thing has to go in here, and it all has to be under 3 ounces, 3.1 ounces. For some people were even saying put your lipstick and your chapstick in there, so I did that as well. So anyway, keep that in a place that's not buried at the bottom of your suitcase, so if they ask you to take it out going through security, you can just kind of get it right out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it inspires you to kind of condense down your packing the next time you go on a trip. Try packing in a carry-on. And I also hope you enjoyed seeing a few pictures from the Great Smoky Mountains. It truly was beautiful and a wonderful trip. Dollywood was a blast. You shouldn't miss it if you're a Dolly Parton fan. And please make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like it. It's a homemaking channel, and we do all kinds of fun things like recipes and crafts and DIYs and some holiday decorating and some cleaning motivation. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great homemaking channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. There's also a little tiny bell down there that you can click, and then that way you're notified every time I upload a video. Please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up because it really helps my channel.